Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Trenton's Tech, and let's talk about why everyone thinks the Vision Pro is going to fail. Because pretty much, if you go into the YouTube and you go into the search bar and you start to type in "Will the Vision Pro" or "How will the Vision Pro," all you see is the Vision Pro will fail. The Vision Pro is scary. The Vision Pro is this. The Vision Pro is that. And a lot of it seems to be very fear based. And you kind of have two camps. You have a camp that's all about the fear and it's not going to work and it's going to fail and Apple's going to look dumb and yada yada such and such. But you also have another small camp where they're saying, hey, this is totally going to revolutionize everything. It's the best thing in the world. It's the most amazing thing, yada, yada, such and such and such. I will say that I am anticipating the Vision Pro and I'm hopeful for the Vision Pro, but I'm more so in the middle. And I think a lot more people should be in the middle with this. And let me try and tackle the commentary here. Stop me if you've heard this before. The Apple Vision Pro won't be like the iPhone. It won't change the world. It won't be an iPhone moment. To a certain degree, that is true because the iPhone, when it came out, was supposed to go towards a somewhat mainstream audience, although it was priced really high in comparison to its other competitors. It still was supposed to be more of a mainstream thing for the Apple customer. However, the Vision Pro is not that. At $3,500, Apple is setting the expectation that it is not for everyone. Beyond the marketing that you've seen, beyond the news stories and what everybody thinks Apple's trying to do, Apple is not trying to put this particular headset in every single person's hands. It's not happening, okay? They're making 500,000 units, which is kind of like low on the unit yield or whatnot, and it's $3,500 starting price. If you look at $3,500 and then say, oh, well, there's a Meta Quest for $500, the Meta Quest is meant for regular people who can afford a $500 headset, just like the Apple Vision Pro is meant for someone who can afford to spend $3,500. So just going based off of that alone doesn't make a failure. Another thing that I hear, and it kind of just, it seems kind of lazy, is you have people who are not even the target demographic, who are not even planning to buy it, who are not even fans of VR and have no use for VR, making the loudest hot takes on a product that they would never use or don't have a use for. And then they go as far as to say this, and stop me if you heard this before. Oh, well, I don't know what I would use it for. Okay, let me say this. If you see a product and you don't know what you would use it for, I'm pretty sure that product is not meant for you. Okay? It's not meant for you. And I'll give Apple some credit. When you go look at their presentation, what they showed off, what did Apple show you? Did Apple show you people who were broke, people who were destitute, people who couldn't afford bills? No, they showed people who are probably kind of well off and have some money. And I'm sorry if that sounds insensitive, but this is literally a money product. It's for the most high-end affluent people who can afford it, or it's for the people that really believe in the technology and they're willing to invest in that technology. That's who it's for. All of these other examples of how is the American family going to afford this, just take that conversation and throw it out the window. It absolutely doesn't make any sense. Now, I understand where there are some people who are over glorifying it and they're saying that it's going to be all these different things. And yes, we still have to wait until the product comes out and we have to see how things are going to line up. But the amount of lazy non-research takes. I've seen where people say, "Oh, well, there's going to be some sort of fitting station. How is Apple going to implement a fitting station? I'm worried." Trust me, Apple has it figured out, okay? The same way that people were worried about testing out AirPods. I remember that criticism. "Oh, you're going to have people test out AirPods? Isn't that nasty?" No, because Apple cleans them. They have a process. "Oh, well, how are the employees going to figure this out? How are they going to sell this to the regular person?" It's not for the regular person. Also, they have training for these employees. There's been articles that came out that said Apple flew some employees out for them to get trained. Once they got the training, they fly back to their home base, their Apple store, and they train their employees. A lot of this worry is just like a big nothing burger conversation. And for the most part, the big reason why a lot of people just are shooting down the Vision Pro is essentially because they just don't like Apple. And no one's really willing to say that, but I'll say it. It's just because they don't like Apple. If this was something that, any other company was doing, they're like, "Okay, yay, high five, I'm totally on board with it, yada, yada, such and such, whatever." Also, those same people are the ones that don't even care about the products from the other companies. So you'll have somebody come out there and say, "Oh man, the Vision Pro sucks. I'll get a MetaQuest instead." All right. Do you got a MetaQuest right now? No. Do you care about a MetaQuest? No. Do you care about the MetaQuest Pro? No. Do you care about VR? No. And so, like I said, there's people that have no skin in the game that want to see it fail, and they're just talking out of the side of their neck. And I don't understand why. So that's kind of like the funny part. Like it once again, trying to bring common sense down to this. Okay, let's have a legitimate conversation. If you're spending $3,500, you probably can afford to spend $3,500, or you're okay with spending $3,500. You're probably going to know what you're getting into, and you're probably not the person that's going to spend $3,500 on something that you have no idea what you're going to do with it. Now, rolling that all back and reeling this all in, let's all sit back. Let's let the thing come out. Let's all stop trying to, have these internet predictions, though, at the end of the day. That way we can just say, "Oh, I was right. Look at me. I called it." That seems to be the main motivation now, is either saying something's going to fail or hoping that something fails just so you can be proven right, or saying it's going to be the most amazing thing ever. "I told you guys, look at me." That way you can have some sort of like social status clout over everyone else. And honestly, this is stuff that we've done with tech for a while. We kind of just poo-poo on everything in tech. And I don't know why. We're supposed to like tech. We're supposed to be into this stuff, and we just keep finding reasons just to shoot down anything. "Oh, Apple didn't do anything new. Oh, Samsung didn't do anything new." What do you guys want? Let me know in the comment section below. What do people actually want? Or are people just, like I said, just talking about things that they never had any intention of buying in the first place? So that's pretty much where I'm at with the Vision Pro. Like I said, I'm still excited for it. I'm still fundraising to try and get one and do content on it. But the last thing I can even do or say is to talk about a product that I have no knowledge on and I have no intention of buying, and that's supposed to be the reason why it's going to fail. Okay. Apple, this big, large, mega company, is putting money into a project that they want. This is their project. They would want this to win. They would like to try and invest in this thing and have it work out. What sense would it make for them to dump all of this money into a project to set it up to fail? This is the common sense, people. Like, people are just not using sense. They're just saying this stuff. They're just getting their clickbait titles and stuff out there and trying to drag stuff. And then what's going to happen? I'm sorry, this is going on another rant, but what's going to happen? It's the same old story. We make fun of it. We laugh at it. It's never going to work. It'll never be the future. What's the definition of future? Because every single news columnist or people that write blogs, well, this isn't the future. What that is in the future. Well, what is the future, right? Anyway, going back to the rest of the rant, and then as we talk about that, as we put it down, then the product comes out. Then people start trying it on. Then people start using it. And then all of these same columnists and all these other news people and even some YouTubers will start to come out of the woodwork and say, you know what? I think I'll give it a try. I think blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. A couple months goes by. I was wrong about the Vision Pro. I didn't do blah, 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 or I didn't give it a chance. And it's the same old cycle again and again and again. So I'm somewhat calling it out a little bit. So do I think the Vision Pro is going to quote unquote fail? No, but it depends on your definition of failure. If your definition of failure is, well, it didn't sell as much as the iPhone, then okay, fine. It's a failure to you. If you're somebody that didn't even care about it in the first place, it's a failure to you. But if you do care about it and it does come out, and let's say it actually does something good or different or whatnot, will we actually sit there and say, hey, Vision Pro actually did something right? Or are we going to double down and say, oh, well, it's not the future. People can't afford it, yada, yada, the same old talking points that just don't make any sense, okay? I would like to see more people, and I'm probably going to do this myself. I would like to see more people talk about what they would actually use it for, okay? That's the commentary I want to see. We've seen enough people talk about how they're not going to use it. I want to know about the people who are going to use it. What are they going to do? Maybe that's a video that I do to follow up with this one and, lead into the next upload or whatnot. But yeah, what would you do with the Vision Pro? So pretty much just going to go ahead and leave it there. And I will see you guys in the next video. All right, y'all, take it easy. Peace.